Question number 8. A gardener has 1,000 plants. He wants to plant these in such a way that the number of rows and the number of columns remain same. Find the minimum number of plants he needs more for this. If the number of columns and number of rows are same, then the total number of plants is a perfect square. For example, in this figure, there are 3 rows. 1, 2, 3 rows and 3 columns. So the total number of plants equals total number of plants equals number of rows multiplied by number of columns. That is 3 into 3, that's equal to 9. And we know 9 is a perfect number. That is, if the number of rows and number of columns are equal, then the total number of plants equals a perfect number. Now, in the given question, total number of plants equals 1,000. And it is also given number of rows equals number of columns. Let the number of rows be x and the number of columns be x. Then total number of plants equals x into x. That is equal to x square. So total number of plants equals x square. Total number of plants equals x square. That is x square equals 1,000. It is given in the question. Now, to find the value of x, we have to find the square root of 1,000. That is, square root of x square equals square root of 1,000. Then x equals square root 1,000. Now let us find the square root of 1,000 by long division method. So 1,000 pairing 3 3s are 9, 100, 3 2s are 6, then 1s are 31. Now 61, the remainder is 39. Here the remainder is 39, which indicates this 1,000 is not a perfect number. In the question, it is given the gardener wants to plant these in such a way that the number of rows and the number of columns remain same. That is, the total number of plants is a perfect number. So we need to find the minimum number of plants he needs more for this. That is the least number that must be added to 1000 so as to get a perfect square. We found the square root of 1000 by long division method. Then the remainder is 39. This shows that this 31 square is less than 1000. That is 31 square is less than 1000. Next perfect square is 32 square. That is 1024. Hence, the number of plants to be added is 32 square minus 1000. That is 1024 minus 1000, that's equal to 24. So he needs 24 more plants. Question number 9. There are 500 students in a school. For a PT drill, they have to stand in such a manner that the number of rows is equal to number of columns. How many children would be left out in this arrangement? Here in the question it is given total number of students equals 500 and also given the number of rows equals number of columns. This shows that the total number of students be a perfect square because number of rows equals number of columns. Let the number of rows be x. Then the number of columns also be x. So total number of students equals number of rows multiplied by number of columns, that is x multiplied by x, that's equal to x square. But in the question it is given number of students 500. So x square equals 500. Now finding the square root of 500 by long division method. That is square root of x square equals square root 500. So x is equal to square root 500. Now finding the square root of 500 by long division method. So 2 2's are 4, then 1 0 0, 2 2's are 4, 2 times 84, then that is 60. The remainder is 60. This shows that 500 is not a perfect square. It is given that for a PT drill, they have to stand in such a manner that the number of rows is equal to number of columns. We need to find how many children would be left out in this arrangement. So, we need to find the least number that must be subtracted from 500 so as to get a perfect square. We subtract 16 from 500 to get a perfect square. Therefore, 16 students will be left out of this arrangement. 16 students will be left out in this arrangement.